I love it. So today we're talking about fasting. So before we really get into it, first let's talk about the two differences in fasting that some people might not be aware of. So there's intermittent fasting. Now this is really popular these days, and then there's just plain fasting, right? Where you're doing an entire day or longer. So the difference here is intermittent fasting is when you're generally choosing an 8-hour window or smaller. Some people try to get it all within 3 or 4 hours, some people 8 or 9, but the point is you're getting all the same calories that you would normally get. You're not going to eat less food, but you're going to fit all those calories into a small window of time, therefore giving your body a lot of excess time that day, usually about 16 hours or even more, to be totally fasting and therefore cleansing. So intermittent fasting is very different than regular fasting. You're only going to be fasting for part of the day, most of the day, and then within those few hours you get all your calories anyway. Traditional fasting, of course, is very different. You're just fasting altogether. You're going the entire day, maybe 2, maybe a week or more without any calories whatsoever, which brings me to another definition on this. Another point about it is you really can't be someone who tries to get some calories. I've seen a lot of people say, well, I fast, but then I just do some calories at night. That really throws off your fast. So once you start introducing calories into your body, okay, once you start increasing insulin, your body is no longer in a fasting state anymore. The benefits of fasting are gone at that point. And that's why, again, with intermittent fasting, going back to that, you've got just that window of time. So maybe you're going to eat from, let's say, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Right up until 4 p.m., you're getting the benefits of fasting all through the night while you're sleeping, and then right up through the day up until 4 p.m. And then you begin those benefits again after 9 p.m. when you're done eating. Now you're going to start getting into your next fast. So that's intermittent fasting. If you are going to be fasting at all, what you cannot do is say, okay, I'm going to have maybe a small number of calories, just some cream in my coffee, or just like a little piece of toast, and then that's going to be it. Then your fast is gone at that point. So at that point, you may as well, you really should, just get back to your regular caloric intake, if that's what you're going to be doing. Now, a couple of little tricks. Take it from an old school faster, okay? If you're going to get into fasting, first of all, just know that it's going to get better, okay? As time goes on, you're going to get more and more and more used to fasting. So in the beginning, I could barely make it through a day. You will get through a point where 2, 3, 4 days is not that big a deal to you. You just take your mind off of the food and you make yourself real busy, and you forget the fact that you would normally be eating or consuming calories, okay? So one of the things that I think is going to be really helpful is to keep in mind that if you're just getting no taste whatsoever in your mouth, that's where you can really start being driven kind of crazy after a little bit of time, right? That's where it's one thing to not eat or to not drink anything with calories. It's another thing to absolutely not even have taste in your mouth for a long period of time. So for that reason, I'm going to suggest you do drink black coffee. I'm going to suggest that you do drink teas. And I'll suggest that you do drink something like the flavored waters and things that are out there. One that I really enjoy, although it is carbonated, and therefore there are some negative things associated with the carbonation. But sparkling ice has a wide variety of flavors. So if you're really committed to the fast and you still want to get some flavor in your mouth, you can go with something like that. Again, between coffee and tea and flavored waters, you can still stay 0 calorie and still get in all kinds of great flavors. Now, if you're not going to go that way, if you're just going to be hardcore and not even bother with the coffee or the tea or anything like that, then I'm going to recommend this. Brush your teeth often. It might sound a little bit counterintuitive, because why would you need to brush your teeth if you're not taking in any food? That's kind of crazy. But a lot of people agree with this. When you're brushing your teeth often, that fresh feeling in your mouth, it's kind of hard to start thinking a lot about food, and you don't really want to disturb that. So what I'd suggest is that even though the toothbrushing itself might feel sort of unnecessary, that taste that you're left with from the toothpaste and having a nice clean mouth is something that will generally keep your mind off of food and keep you not really wanting to break your fast quite so quickly. So hopefully that'll be helpful as well. All right, everybody, listen, leave your comments down below. Let me know, what did you think of this video? What do you think? What are you doing to keep your fasting strong? Do you have questions about fasting? If so, let me know. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Hit us up on Facebook. You can also find us at perfectpersonaltraining.com.